In a world where Assassin's Creed is about Assassin's Creed, where a series stayed true to its roots and never ever dared to break its own rules, where all the fans loved the games and the lore of the series, and were all collectively in agreement, and nobody was mad at the direction of the series, this world does not exist. Instead, all we are left with are shards of the past as they are brought to new systems, because for some reason they haven't gotten any full remakes or remasters. A trilogy so defining for the open world and single-player genre in general that forever changed the landscape of video games. The golden age of a once proud series now burning in the fires of controversy. The Ezio collection on Nintendo Switch. Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations have made it to the Nintendo Switch, and Ubisoft actually reached out to me and gave me a key for it. So it's good to know at least somebody in the company knows I exist. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a picture of me on the office dartboard, but whatever. Also, quick shout out to my friend Kyle for lending me his Switch because I don't have one. Now, I've made full reviews for each game in the Ezio collection. That's not what this is about. This video is about how these incredible era-defining games feel on the Switch. Is it worth it to get this collection on the Switch if you haven't played the games before, or if you own the games on another system and want to try it on the Switch? That is indeed the question. Now, for somebody like me who owns the games on PC and also has a PlayStation I could play them on, there was no real point to me playing these games on the Switch. I think the coolest part about owning it on the Switch is getting to play Assassin's Creed on handheld. There's just something really cool about being able to bring Ezio with you and play the games wherever you go. I did have a hard time with the controls on the handheld, but again, I've hardly used the Switch, so maybe I just sucked with it because I haven't used it for long enough. It does also bring the games down to 720p resolution and 30 FPS, which obviously doesn't sound great, but I'm gonna be honest, it's not that noticeable on such a small screen. As for the docked version of the game, where I hooked it up to a TV and played with a controller, it honestly felt like I was playing a worse version of the console or PC versions of the game. It's 1080p and 30 FPS in docked version, which feels pretty bad, not gonna lie, especially since you can run the Ezio collection at 60 FPS on consoles, and on PC, well, I could easily get 4K 60 FPS. So my point is, if you have these games on another system, there's no real point to getting it on the Switch unless you really want to play it in the handheld version. The controls are exactly the same as if you played the game on a regular controller, although the Switch menu controls hurt my brain since they're all different from what the consoles use. But yeah, if you've played these games, you know the games themselves are amazing, and if you haven't played them, then what are you doing, first of all? And second of all, I'd highly recommend you play the console version of the Ezio collection or get the individual games on PC. If all you have is a Switch and really want to try the games, then I would recommend it for you. But personally, for someone like me, I don't think it's worth it. It's always great to see Ezio again, don't get me wrong, but I'm hoping the next time we see a re-release of this trilogy, it'll be full remakes for the games. That would be a dream come true right there. I don't think they need them, they're still great games, but come on, they're definitely deserving of them, and AC1 while we're at it. But if you've tried the Ezio collection on Switch, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments, or if this video helped you decide whether or not to try it out. If you're new here, consider subscribing. We're so close to 100K, and I make a lot of Assassin's Creed videos. But other than that, thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day, Assassins.